welcome to Everyone Racers,
a show designed for the world of low-dollar racing and oddball car culture.
It doesn't matter what kind of lemon champ or lucky track dog league you run.
SCCA or NASA, we don't discriminate.
as long as you drive it hard and built it yourself.
Join us each week for tech discussion,
Tips, tricks,
as well as news and notes from the world of amateur endurance racing.
whether it's on the spot.
hella sweet,
Or we're lucky enough in
Chrissy,
Chrissy,
I give you just the tip.
we're sure you'll giggle a little.
and learn even less.
Everyone report to the paddock.
This is
Your
Chris.
filter.
This is Chrissy.
The filter. You can't see the countdown. I'm Tim.
And I'm mental.
And we are Everyone Racers, and welcome to a Lancia Uprea Series 2 Cabriolet Type 439 by Pininfarina. It's episode 439, in case you couldn't deduce that. The Lancia Uprea was produced by Italian auto manufacturer Lancia between 1933 and 1936. This cow was powered
It's
by...
Wow.
It really... it was powered by an 1196cc Lancia V4 engine. During the 1920s, Lancia had been known as producers of sport cars and middle-sized sedans. The smaller Augusta represented a departure from that tradition and contributed to a significant growth in Lancia's unit sales during the 1930s. Nevertheless, in terms of volume sold, the Augusta was overwhelmed by Fiat's much more aggressively priced 508 Balia. Of the approximately 3,000 Belnas, two different words, sure, built between 1934 and 1938, 2,500 were saloons and 500 were naked chassis.
I just took it from the internet, so I don't know.
Italian OnlyFans, all right.
So
439 is a slow news day, so that's what you got.
So if you're not a naked chassis, what you working on? Mental.
I was racing this weekend, but we'll talk about that later. I've got a Corey Dickman in my house.
Oh, that's
Dick
fun.
man. Don't be a dick man, be a dick man.
Exactly.
Yeesh. Okay, Tim, you were doing stuff other than. How did you even find time to do any other stuff?
Well, before I left, I was mowing my boat. So I had to mow all the things because it had been like a week and a half, and it was like grass exploded.
We need to do that.
And then I put my little boat in the water. So I had to put the little 5 horsepower Honda motor on it, and the battery in it, and the trolling motor, and the captain's seat, and all the little things in there, and make sure didn't develop a leak. It's a little aluminum skiff. And then I left to go racing.
Yay!
Talk about that, which is sad because that's the last race for me until September.
Oh,
Same.
Sad face.
Yeah, same.
Chrissy.
Yeah, same of just whatever Chris is going to say. Prepping to race, packing to race. We made a lot of food. Vicky Fisher was here from Garage Heroes, so yep. So she helped me a lot. Do a whole lot of cooking for all of us. So we had 9 of us on our team, and so we did a lot of cooking, and then we went racing, and then we just got home at I feel like I'm gloating, and I apologize. Got home at a glorious hour. So we were super unpacked.
Which is hilarious because I passed you guys on the freeway. I'm like, man, I'll beat them home.
yeah, we got home just after 6. It was great.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I have to unpack and make dinner and watch some F1.
Yeah, which is never happened ever. There was even Jersey used to be our closest racetrack, and that was 2+. So it's really not, or about 2. So yeah, pretty nice.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, ready to move on? News time. Okay, sometimes people will do anything to get the right photo, even if it's illegal. Adam Kolomitz at Jalopnik tells us a story about how 86 people were arrested and 72 vehicles were impounded when they tried to take some photos near the iconic LA River, where many movies were shot. The group apparently didn't get a permit, which is required, or C, the no trespassing sign, because apparently it was, air quotes, too small, is what they said. Another attendee that was interviewed suggested putting up more barriers so people physically couldn't get there. At first, the quotes were saying the people were just there to take pictures, but then some people started saying that things got more quotes, a little crazy, which is when the cops showed up and busted them all. So here's a thought: if you think you might be trespassing, you probably are.
Hard to read those signs at 95 miles an hour.
That it was too small. No, they were all just parked there. They just were in the river basin, and they just were just there totally illegally, but I got the picture.
Well, also in the news, a couple steals cars with their daughter in tow. That's right. Justin Hughes at Jalopnik reported that a man jumps out and goes to steal a CRV while a woman stays in their Civic and waits for the reprogramming to happen. Then she follows him to another location where they continue work on the vehicle, thinking that no one's watching them. Well, then the cops pounce, finding lots of car thief tools, aftermarket key fobs, and a tablet used to reprogram the vehicles. Then they look in the back seat and find the couple's daughter, fortunately asleep and not taking notes on what is happening and how to be a criminal. The couple is now
You'll
facing...
get that in foster care. It'll be fine.
Yeah, totally. So now the couple is facing some hefty charges, including grand theft auto, child neglect. Way to go, parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Speaking of leaving things in the back of cars, have you ever left something behind in a ride share and then totally regretted not checking better? Well, Natalie Neff at Autoweek reported that Uber put out their most often left behind items list, and most of it is not too surprising. Apparently, the most left behind item is, you guessed it, phones. Close behind that, wallet, luggage, and keys. The most forgetful cities start out with New York, which it could help that there might be more Ubers there than other places, but they didn't point that out, followed by Miami, Chicago, and San Francisco. Now, for the good news, they put out a list of the strangest items left behind over the last 10 years for their 10-year anniversary. Here we go. 2017, it was a lobster. 2018, divorce papers. 2019, a salmon head. 2020, a lanyard that said "Virginity Rocks." 2021, a large painting of Kate Middleton.
I wonder if that middle the Virginity Rocks well, this doesn't fly anymore after this Uber ride. Okay.
2022 was 500 grams of caviar, which is a considerable amount. 2023, my dog's in the car, and they left a toy poodle. 2024, a fake butt.
Better than a real one.
225 was a taxidermied rabbit. And 26 was a 75-gallon fish tank, which you don't usually
Now, I'm prepared to give the guy that left that fish tank a little bit of leeway, because how did the driver not go, dude, fish tank?
Yeah,
You had to see him put it in, right?
This is like this. Hey, Chris, I got this fish tank. I don't know how to get rid of it. Hey, Tim, I got an idea.
Dude, go get drunk. Leave it in the car. It's fine. Totally fine.
Run away.
They also have a list of the 50 most unique lost items, many of which we've been really sad to lose, like a Donny Osmond group picture, George Washington Hospital discharge papers, gold mouth grills
with a Z.
Yep, a brand new mini fridge, a textured photo with a rhinestone picture of Jesus, 2 wedding gowns, pelvis
Same
implants,
car or just at 2 different
and so much
occasions?
more.
Because I feel like there was 2 wedding gowns. That kind of explained how they got left behind. The guy scheduled them on the same day and clearly didn't get the Ubers deconflicted.
Yeah.
The list was hilarious.
That's
I had to stop at not listing 50 of them.
Dude, that's a great article.
Oh,
well done.
When we handled claims for Lyft, there would be fun things left in the back of cars like syringes.
Yeah.
That's not nearly as fun as the rhinestone picture of Jesus.
I'm going to go with rhinestone picture of
Or a
Jesus.
fish
More
tank.
fun than syringes.
Or a fish tank. Brand new mini fridge. These are like big things to forget that you have
Yeah.
left.
And every time there was a crash and something got damaged, it was always an iPhone Pro Max in a Gucci bag. Who knew?
I want to know who found the lobster.
And
Maybe the
what
lobster.
condition
Maybe the
was
lobster
it?
announced
How
its
did-
presence.
How did that,
buddy.
like, was it the second passenger or the third passenger after?
So,
Like, oh,
there's a lobster back here.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I would think like he drops off the thing, and then the lobster kind of like, "Hey, buddy, I think you're going to the ocean."
Yep.
I mean, it also didn't say if it was cooked or not. So it could have just been like a full lobster that was cooked that you were planning on bringing home.
That's fair.
I know it's funner to think about
Funner.
live
Mr. Pinchy.
Mr.
Pinchy, pinchy.
Okay, what's next?
Hey, why don't you show
Jimmy.
me your junk?
There we go. Boom. So many people ask us, "Hey, how do I get started in crap can racing?" And we always tell you,
Fives of people.
Yeah. buy a car that's already built. And it's even better if you buy a cool car that's already built, like this Opel Manta. Manta. All right. This Opel Manta Lemons car, it is already run Class C at New Hampshire. I recall it being in the running for IOE, but it got outperformed by something older and slower. But this thing's already caged. It's got a fuel cell. It's got tires. It is $6,000. You're not going to set any speed records. You are going to have a great time, and it comes with its own theme. Even though Manta, it's a different kind of Manta. This is the infamous German film Manta. Oh, look, it's a Corey. Hold on, I have to stop sharing so they'll see you. There you.
Hi, Corey.
Oh, hey, Corey.
That's so creepy. Wow.
Yeah,
Not
they
just
said it's
Corey.
creepy just having a floating Corey head. He's like, I can't hear what they're saying. So this is this great German classic film, Manta. There. So there's your theme. You've got a built Class C IOE contending car, a built-in theme. This is the way to go. All right. And
Corey,
even if you
Corey
don't,
even said it approves, totally approves. So
Yes.
tech, check.
boom. Yeah. So you want a great race car that's going to be like not too fast and get you into like serious trouble. There it is. $6,000. They're really only charging $500 for the car and then $5,500 for the safety equipment.
There you go. What kind of races?
None. Not this week.
There are none.
But
Okay.
lots the next week, all of them.
Oh, there's so many next week. Yes,
All of
but
them next week.
everybody decided they're taking a weekend off. Okay, but it's racing results time.
Well, Lemons was at High Plains. The overall went to Rusty Bottom Racing in their 96 Miata with a field of multiple winners. This team came in and won their first race with their first race. Like rookies. Well done. Great job.
Great
Class B.
attitude.
Yeah,
About-
great attitude.
Yeah,
Yep,
the car was
clean.
well driven. It was clean, and it was just like it was a Miata BP. This is not a K swap or an Ecotec or a
Nope,
V8 or any of those things. Nope.
They were just good, clean. I don't think they had a black flag the entire weekend.
Nope.
Class B went to number 177, Dad Bod Car Mod in their Toyota MR2. Those guys were great. They were one removed from us in the pavilion that we were in. Super, super cool guys. The car it's a twin cam motor, and sometimes they ran all of the cams and sometimes they didn't run all the cams, but they still managed a Class B victory. So good for them. Class C went to, we're just here for the SR Chevy Blazer in an unreal finish, a great car and a fantastic theme. They had sent out in advance some, I hope they were AI images of it spitting fire out of the front of the
Those
Blazer.
are real images.
No, they were not. Oh my goodness, it makes it so much
They
better.
took it off before they brought it to track, but it was great.
Oh, so good. So they were in costume. The car was fast for a Class C car. They were really, really, really good. Like, job well done.
I remember their first race was as we came out of COVID because they'd gotten hooked on the iRacing, Lemons iRacing, hence the name, and it's still a funny name.
Yep.
Now, the heroic fix went to Bratwurst Racing in their Volkswagen Passat. And I'm going to have to turn this over to somebody else because I was banging my head so much I couldn't hear what they were saying at the front of the pavilion.
Oh, sorry. We said which car is that? Oh,
I
yeah.
think it's when Trapper was talking, he wasn't really speaking with the volume and cadence that Aaron does that everyone can hear.
And the microphone over here.
Yeah, I missed it.
It was the VW Passat.
Yeah, but what did it do?
They blew up their original race car, went and got another race car, blew that up, and then drove. And each time to go get another race car was 250-mile round trip. And on Sunday, they went and got another race car and brought it back and raced.
So it wasn't so much as a heroic fix, it was a heroic, I'm going to go get another car so I can get some track time.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Works.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to read. All right. Screwed. Green Beret Racing in their Plymouth Satellite.
This is
you know
the
what?
one that they went and got the other car to get
That's
the other
right.
car. Then they all blew
Yeah,
up.
never mind. Heroic Fix was something that was the one because they started out in their Miata, which was hilarious because it looked like it was smoking. It had a cigarette hanging out of it, like the Miata was smoking a cigarette, not just that it was a smoking Miata. And then they went and got their Plymouth Satellite. And those guys are always just great people anyway. They're always fun to have around.
And the Satellite blew up after what, one lap?
Yes, which kind of on par for that Satellite. And even when it does run, it'll go really fast until there's a corner.
Then it keeps going fast.
It does kind of keep going fast because it does not like to slow down. The special award was so fast in the 96 BMW 318 Ti, which there are 3 of those. Your judge's choice was jury rigged racing in a 94 Altima. And this was like the first gen Altima, like the Omega or the Alpha, like the Altima that was at one time an aspirational vehicle and then became a punchline on the internet. This was the one that started it all. And these guys were all drag racers. And Grandpa is like a professional painter and he paints hot rods. And it was all of the colors left over from the hot rods that he's done over the years. I had this big giant drag racing hood scoop. It was hilarious. And it, as you may have guessed, it was not very fast on Saturday. And then they figured out why. Because it was in limp mode because no one plugged in the transmission control module. And they were just kind of doing some, looking it over. And then they're like, oh, there we go. And it was a little quicker on Sunday, but not by much. Your organizer's choice was Garage Baca in the International Harvester. That's Mike's truck. We love that truck. There's going to be an upcoming feature on that truck in...
Love it.
Love
It's
it.
so good.
It is going to be
It's so good.
it's going to be on Haggerty. That's going to be written by Phil Greedon. So this is a 51 International Harvester.
Something like that, yeah.
With a Volvo turbo 5-cylinder. It has perfect patina. It's got a great theme. It is quick and capable. That's just great. And that's a great team. Tom Webb was running with those guys, and we were pitmates with them. That was just a ton of fun. Now, your index of effluency was initial B210, Datsun B210. They turned 249 laps with the 79th best lap time, and
Out of
82
cars.
Out of 82
So-
cars.
And 3 of them didn't run or didn't.
But yeah,
Yes. And
they beat no cars that actually turned a lap. Zero.
They still finished 48th. And we talked to that team. They were hanging out at the potluck Saturday night. Bunch of kids. That thing looked great. It didn't go fast. Didn't matter. They were having fun. They were enjoying themselves. What a great thing. And then Halloween Meets Gasoline. Oh, I can't remember those clowns. I don't remember. Yeah, I have some sort of repetitive concussion and I'm just kidding. It was us. It was a lap at the Roxbury. And, I've got to find, I don't have time to find Chrissy's Facebook post of us. But you can get it.
What's up?
What is love?
Him, me, him, me, him, me. Okay.
Now,
I'm pretty sure we had, we had everybody headbanging by the time the end of the weekend.
We totally did because it was awesome. Now, for the Champ Car race at Autobahn, Chrissy had someone else reading this, and I did not get to the notes in time, so I'm the only one with my laps up right now. Your overall winner was TBD Racing in a 95 Miata. They were 2 laps over their nearest competitor. B was Hurry Racing in a 98 Dodge ACR. They were 3 laps over theirs. Class C was TCR Motorworks and a boring 96 BMW, 3 laps. And Class D, 3-class field, was Legitimate Racing in a 98 Ford Mustang. That was their Saturday. On Sunday, your Class A overall was TR Motorsports 318. They were 6 laps over the next one. Your B class, there's no Z in Miata, and a 98 Miata, 3 laps ahead of their competition. And C class, C class is TCR Motorworks and another boring BMW, 8 laps on there. Now, the other big race was Lucky Dog back home, the Pacific Northwest, and they were at Oregon on Saturday. Lucky Dog A, Limitless Motorsports, 1 lap above JLR. Lucky Dog B, Petrol Data Systems, they were 10 seconds ahead of the number 2 car, which was John's Waterproofing. Pretty impressive on that one. And Lucky Dog C was Ka-Chow Racing by 1 second over Ka-Chow Racing, the other one, 959 and 960. So fantastic racing on Saturday from Lucky Dog. Then on Sunday, you had your Lucky Dog A, was JLR. They were 40 seconds ahead of Limitless Motorsports. Lucky Dog B, Petrol Data Systems, 9 laps ahead of their second place competitor. And Lucky Dog C was Bauman Beamer. It wasn't our Bauman, we know that, by 1 lap over Vector Racing. So great job, Lucky Dog, going back home.
Speaking of Bauman, shout out to Jim Bauman's son, like straight up going into the timing and scoring. Like, well done.
Yeah.
I wish I'd known it was him. I would have introduced myself.
We didn't know. I was like Sunday driving.
I didn't know he was going to be there till Sunday, and I saw him walking by in the paddock, and I was like, Bowman, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I thought I said it to somebody that because I
it
thought
was like
I saw it on...
right as that happened. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, totally.
okay. Yeah.
Yep. So good.
Okay. Let's do the feedback time.
Last week's episode on Facebook, B-Train gave us this advice for High Plains. When you think you're done hydrating, drink more than that, which is solid advice. But then him and Tim A got into a science argument. And hey, we brought 15 gallons of water for 9.5 people, and we
not enough.
All of it by midnight.
We brought 22 cases of water, according to Timmy. So
no, divided by 6. So it's about 4.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
My goodness.
Our crew pick, Jeff Wakeman, said, who? Me? Him? No, okay.
Oh, okay.
Good looking bunch right there.
Yep. In response to our HMD announcement, Cordy Dickman said, all of the gentlemen on the team will need neck surgery. Chrissy probably needs counseling sessions.
Right. Al Jones said, is Mental even in a costume? I think that's just his, air quotes, Thursday jacket. There's a ton of other comments and shout outs we posted on social medias. I tried to do a little bit on 3-Pedal Mafia. If you like that page, sometimes we post different things about that, especially now that we're all over the country. And then I posted a bunch on mine too. So thank you very much for all your comments.
And on the YouTubes, going back to our Joyzy race preview, the Stankinator said, breaking the law and complaining that you had to face consequences is an interesting take. And on the HPR preview, Tommy Salami said, first, while tech expert extraordinaire, Chris B, and I'm bringing my manual swapped CLK 55 AMG. If any of you are in a Mercedes, come check it out.
Which HQ Chris and I did go check it out, and it is awesome. So,
well done.
So awesome.
The attention to detail.
Yes.
So good.
Car says manual on the odometer. He split the wiring harness and ran those wires back in there. He's not tricking the car into thinking it's a manual. He told it, you are now a manual. And it said, okay. It's just
amazing.
Yes.
So good.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what time is it?
It's
Yeah. We were at HPR. All 4 of us at HPR. driving the
Bringing the
Mazda.
band together.
Yep. We introduced Three Pedal Mafia to the Colorado races.
Hard. Yes, hard. You couldn't avoid us, actually, I think.
Not that people didn't try.
Recognizable.
Yep,
Hey,
and
well.
loud.
They got free beer. So
They did. Not all that bad.
And Malort.
And all of the
and
Malort.
Malort.
So let's start up Thursday and get on the track. Chrissy and I left after work, so 5-ish.
5-ish.
Yep.
4-ish.
I shut off my computer at like 4, so
5-ish.
5-ish.
Yep.
Had everything mostly packed the day before, just did coolers and the last couple things, and off we went. Stopped at Costco and bought about 80 gallons worth of gas because, hey, Costco gas is cheap for super, so might as well. The trailer tongue fuel tank worked out well. Just filled everything up. I mean, we had like a plastic trash bag full of gas. We're filling that up, like everything we could find, right? So then stopped at the grocery store at that same a couple exits up, got $50 worth of ice, which is great. King Soopers apparently has both block and crushed ice. So yeah, we were out of room for it, but that's what you need. Got to the track.
Blocks too. Did you say that? Crushed and blocks.
Yep, it's great. These blocks can be hard to find. And then went to the track. Our spot was there from our pavilion that we had nicely gotten from the Webbs, and unpacked and started to say hello to people. It was great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unpacking. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yep.
Easy.
I flew in Thursday. I met up with Corey. He had a car and 2 of the other staff members, and we drove all together. We had to wait kind of for I think Jeff was the last person to arrive in the airport, and then we went to the Mexican restaurant, which is right off of the highway, which is still 45 minutes from the track. Had a nice meal. A couple of the other staff members were there, which was super cool. And then met y'all at the pavilion for a fun time. And we had lots of things unpacked. It was Thursday night was pretty chill until, we started opening Coors Lights and Coors Banquets.
So of course, come on, bite your tongue.
Wasn't
There-
there any lights?
There were 12 lights.
Yeah,
They
and then
all
Blue
went like a
Moons,
potluck.
and then Pilsners, and then
Oh, and then rum. How about that?
and then rum. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you came into my trailer and woke me up, and then
Yep.
we're talking, and then went to the truck and drank rum straight. That's the rest of that story.
Chris and I don't think we finished the bottle of rum, but it
No,
was
you
pretty
did not.
close.
No.
We stayed
Not at
up
all.
until like 2:30 in the morning drinking rum, just sitting in the Cadillac because we didn't want to. It was warm, and we didn't want to bother anybody, and we just chuckled like little kids in the
And
Cadillac.
where was Mental while all this rum and Cadillac business was going on? He's driving.
Mental, what time did you get to the track?
5:50 a.m. Friday morning.
Right. So we
Shoot.
understood, and we left Mental
Yes,
to
we did.
marinate in the paddock, and I think you showed up at like 11.
Yeah.
Which is allowed, and that's all good. That's fine.
Yes,
Totally. We weren't.
we were
doing
like, we have
anything
no
for
idea
research.
what time he showed up, so we're gonna just let him walk out.
Oh,
and
and,
we'll
and,
say
and
hello.
you talked about this. I didn't need to practice. I'm good.
Yeah, you've turned a lap or 2 on this track.
Mm-hmm. The only one.
So then we went out testing day because Chrissy and I had never seen the track before, and we had bought testing. So we learned some things about HPR testing. First off, it is
Yes, we did.
per person, not per car. And there's fast and slow run groups, and it's not lemons only.
They run on every half hour. So you get a half hour on slow people, a half hour on fast people. They're very, very, very meticulous about your wristband. So it's not just like a Lemons wristband that everybody just gets. You have numbers, you have colors. You cannot even consider swapping them between multiple people.
facial recognition. Like
basically,
I don't know if you saw, but like when you guys went in to get your wristband, I was standing far enough behind Glenn and
they could see me.
Like your picture came up on the
Where
screen.
you signed the waiver.
Yeah, so you signed the waiver.
Yep.
That's it. Maybe you take a selfie of yourself. Yep.
Unlike a lot of places that do like non-lemons, just everybody test days, and there was some hardware out there, what 999 or 993 track car, an
993
LMP2
Cup.
car.
LMP2 car. Yep.
Yeah.
Cars that
All of the people that show up on lemons on the test day before lemons weekend, they know. They're like, yeah, I know this is a $200,000 GT3 Cup car, and I'm sharing it with a, Datsun B210. We're good.
Well, that's why they have fast and slow group. So you're not in theory
But there are some fast lemons cars that'll run in the fast group.
Of course,
and,
yes, absolutely.
And this is the great thing about the Colorado race community is even like the non-lemon people, just Colorado racers. They're like, yeah, we're good, dude. We're all here to enjoy the track. And I think that's just what, why that track does so well.
These are
also,
just things
they
that
take
we
attendance
didn't know.
at drivers' meetings. They don't let you skip out on the drivers' meetings.
Yes, they do.
And they're not super clear on some of these things. So this is why I got in trouble multiple times for things I didn't know the rules. And that makes me mad. I really don't like to. I try to follow rules. I really do. I'm like one of the best rule followers.
Yeah, that's your first mistake. Stop following rules. You won't get in trouble.
But Glenn yelled at me twice on Friday, and I don't love that. So because I don't know the rules, so that's why
if you want to go in the half day session, you have basically a 20-minute window to pick up your wristband. Full stop.
Because I went early and I got in trouble, and I didn't have to go to the first. I went to the first.
And if you're going to run in the afternoon, you can't go to the morning.
That's what I didn't know. Normally, every other track has one driver's meeting. Yeah. You go all day.
You have to go to the afternoon one.
You don't go to the first one. They don't care. And then I was like, I'm just signing up. And he got so mad because I wasn't supposed to sign up before the driver's meeting. I needed to sign up before the driver's meeting, not during the meeting, because I needed to know if I was there. He threw his clipboard and then he walked away. And I was like, okay. I don't know the rules. So then I had to go to the second one. I did go to the second one. My name didn't get called. So I was like,
you already showed up at the first meeting. You knew.
But I got in trouble for going to the first one. So why would I have to go to the second one?
You got in trouble, but you still got credit.
I didn't know I was getting credit because he didn't call my name.
So the lesson learned here is when you go to the HPR track day, ask these questions before you get there.
Doesn't.
Or you go after he's done doing roll call. Hey, you didn't call my name.
I was about to. I took a picture. Like I took a picture. I was like, I'm sitting here. I don't want to assume that you know that I'm here. I'm going to show you that I've been sitting here the whole time because I was afraid of that. Yes, and so then I also went at 11:55 to get my wristband because I was like, well, we're going to start at 1. The driver's meeting starts at 12:30. I want to make sure I have it in time. And they're like, you're too early. We don't give them out till 12. And he's like, but
he stopped serving breakfast at 11. It's 11:02.
Well, you're telling me not to be late. You're giving these threatening notices, yet I'm too early now.
We've also established this. Well, we didn't establish
Glenn,
right away. We established in about 10 minutes that Glenn's eyesight not that good.
He is also recovering from hantavirus, so I'll give him a little bit of slack. Like the guy had a giant bandage on his hand, and like he was almost died.
I'm only asking for being more specific on giving new people the rules is what I'm looking for.
Fair.
That's all.
But and that's a valid point because they operate in a very tight knit community, and so they're not used to making everything obvious because most of the people just kind of know. So we're making jokes, but Chrissy's legitimately mad. So that is the thing, is they're operating on this. We've got this tight community on there and they're doing this. So you guys make sure that if you're going to HPR, ask these questions ahead of time and make sure you know where you're supposed to be, what time you're supposed to be there. Don't be late. Don't be early.
But my hand is up to say, they ask at both meetings how many rookies, how many people are new to racing on this track, how many people are new to racing at all, how many people are going to be racing today and not tomorrow. Well, so I just feel like that there are still people, there are plenty of people that were not that were new to
Well,
racing.
then I guess they.
Yeah, I
Suck.
read the entire instruction thing beforehand. They're very clear, like read the manual. Or fine, I did, and it was not clear about these things. Oh well. Anyway, that's why we're telling people.
Yep.
So they know.
Now,
Which
I'll
is what
say
I'm trying to
this.
do, but yeah.
Now I'll say this: the drivers' meeting itself,
Amazing.
maybe the best one I've ever seen.
Sure.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Really, really well done.
Yeah, a solid half hour slideshow, 75 slides, videos, very, very clear on what the expectations were.
And because you guys did this, why? Why is it so important to do that slideshow? And you guys know this answer. I'm actually setting you up on this one.
Because there are LED light boards at most stations and not actual flags, so things are a little different than what we're used to. Like nobody knows what a police lights are. And debris is yellow and red. That doesn't mean stop on track.
Which
as we
it
found
happened.
out
Yeah, it
on
happened
Saturday.
on Saturday. Yep.
Yep. So
Saturday, Sunday, one of the days.
It was Saturday.
Blur.
It was.
Blur.
That was they red flagged because someone stopped and they're like, all right, nope, we're not going to let this situation develop.
yeah, but it was all well run during the whole weekend. I would say all of the flagging was
good.
very good and easy and clear to understand. So good.
Yeah, but drivers meeting had videos of exactly what to expect. So if you've never been on the track before, it was saying that there is a line that you should be to the right if you're going to go onto the straight to stay on track. But if you're going to get off track, you need to be to the left. And he was very clear about that, but it was really nice to be able to see it. And they have little lines on it. So they basically, like, if you're driving your race car and you're going to continue on the track, go this way and don't go this way, right? So like the animations were helpful. Here's how you get on track. Like everything, it was self-explanatory for when you got there, you knew what you were doing. Track on, track out, like all of that was very self-explanatory. Really, really good. Okay, then we went racing. Chris went out first.
Then we went testing.
Testing.
Yeah, testing.
Right.
Yep, went out first, learning the track. Completely new track. We walked it. Did we even walk it? No, we walked it Friday night, so we haven't even walked it yet. So go out and figure it out. Well, okay, figure it out. Mazda feels all right there. Went out second session. Tim on the right seat, getting a little faster. Still plenty of speed left, but getting faster as we go. But fun track. Great mix of high and low speed corners. Nice elevation changes. Definitely some pucker moments where you just got to gather your balls up and go. So
some blind corners.
Yeah.
Did they move the track? Did they move it from one lap to the next?
I think they did,
brain
actually.
says yes, but my subconscious brain says they
Probably not.
I hope it's still as big as it was on the last lap.
All of these things. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah. It was fun. It's the first time I've been right seat in a while. Just because normally I do right seat for Hooked on Driving, but the schedules have been like totally conflicting, so I haven't done that in a while. So it was fun to get back in the right seat, especially as somebody that knows what they're doing, as opposed to like someone that's never been on a racetrack before as an instructor. So like just sitting
You're
there and
like, are we going to die?
Yeah,
You
please,
assume that,
please
like,
don't
with
kill me.
us, we're probably not going to die.
Yeah, we're not gonna die. I'm like, please, let's like see what happens. But it was great. Like I didn't test. I just sat right seat, and it's an interest. The first time I've done that in that scenario, and I think it was almost more helpful than actually driving it because I got to spend time focusing on turn 3 is like it's late brake or early throttle or position the car here and what does turn 4 do, and like memorizing the track and not being distracted by all of the things you have to do while driving the car. Yeah. So like I got to like just soak it all in and be an observer, which if I can do it again, I'm going to do the first couple of sessions like that because that was awesome.
It's very few tracks allow passengers and lemons testing days. More used to, very few do now. So it's
I don't know of any. Thompson doesn't any. Yeah, they were the last ones.
Used to a long time ago.
Thompson used to more recently.
Yep.
What?
Yep. And then after Chrissy went out a few sessions, what'd you think?
Same. Slow puttering around. Definitely the second lap, I was like, oh, okay, I know that this goes on to the straight right at near the pits, and then there's a whole bunch of S's. So I come up and over the hill, and I was like, oh, there's more track that I was not prepared to go through. I didn't go off track, but I definitely was like, I still have no idea where this track goes. So yeah, my first 25 minutes were rights and lefts. Okay, I think I need to go here. So and then I was fairly frustrated because they're like, "Did you have fun?" And I was like, "No, I didn't."
I do remember that. I had not seen you. I don't remember ever seen you that flustered at a track, and you were just you were like, I'm like, hey man, you like it, because I like this track, and it's a fun track, and you're like, I have no idea where I'm going.
I don't. I can't even remember the last time I was the first time on a track.
What? I have to admit, Saturday, at one point I lost focus, and like coming out of turn 7 and coming out of turn 11 are very similar, except your speeds are different, but like visually the track kind of looks the same, but the track goes in very different directions. And I was like thinking I was going into turn 8, but I was actually going into the S's, and I was like, oh no, that's not where I want to be. Let me gather this thing up.
Right?
Like, wow, okay.
Yeah. So I
placed this car in exactly the wrong place.
I had time to do all of that with. I think my first round out, I had 5 or 6 other cars out on track. Honestly, not even exaggerating, that many cars. Because people weren't ready for the afternoon session. I went in my driver's suit planning on going in because there's only a couple sessions that you can go to. So I was already out there. So I had the time to be able to putter around with no one around, and you did not. So there's that. Yeah.
And that's something to consider as well. So you were there, you did the half day, and you were prepared to take full advantage of the entire time. So if you're going to go to this meeting, go in your suit and be ready to go. Yeah.
Although you didn't have to wear a suit at all. I think you only needed a helmet I think. I don't even know. There's a couple ladies actually sitting at the same table that I was, and they were saying that they were allowed to wear tank tops. They're like, we're just going to wear a tank top. I'm like, we're wearing full suits because we're like, we're in a race car. We have suits. We're going to wear suits because if something happens and we decide if something happens, we would like to have a suit on. And yes. So anyway,
but
I got better.
I'll be honest. I think if we could get Timmy into a tank top, we'd probably get flagged a lot less.
I mean, not having flaggers, they have no opinion of Tim in a tank top. So
there's a few man stations.
Very few.
And,
yes.
and more than half of them are manned by young ladies.
Okay. Well, I
did wave at one of them a lot.
They were all in costume too, so which was fun.
Yeah. The gal in turn 4 was awesome. She was very, very attentive to the race cars. The rest of them were like, whatever.
She's actually the girl that works there a lot. She's been in that track for a couple of years, and she does that. And one of the cars, we had music coming out of it, and you could catch her dancing sometimes. She's fun.
Person out at turn 2 was pretty. They were dancy too when there was somebody that was in that hairpin. Anyway, so I went out the next couple times and I had a ball. It was fine. It's been a long time since I've learned a new track, and I was just hesitant. I probably should have made a track map and did more research, but I didn't. So I was struggling, but I went out for 2 more times and was feeling pretty good. So, and then.
But that is valid because it is a complicated track. So do all your tricks. Do everything you've done. You watch the videos. Do everything on there.
I made a lot
compressed because you were working. Time compressed. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we just came back from Jersey. Anyway, and then Chris took a kid out. Was that the next session? Last session?
Yeah.
Might have been the last session. Yeah.
Yep.
I took Tim came out with me and yelled at me. And did give me praise when due. But yes, Tim came and did right seat with me. So
don't yell at her, Tim.
I didn't yell at her. She couldn't hear me.
She'd already had a bad morning.
He goes like this. Go, this.
Gas.
He's basically like chopping the air for those listening. He's chopping the air, telling me to go faster. And I was like, and then he's like, gas. So yes. Anyway, and then Chris took a kid out.
Yeah, we were paddocked with and supporting the Garage Heroes affiliate newbie team guy named Brad.
And others.
Great guy named Brad, who was along with who used to run with them, had moved out here. He and some coworkers decided to put together a car. Because they are all BMW techs and work at BMW dealer, they got a cast off E46 330 CI, which is, just
was clean.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I saw people dissing it. They walk by, they turn around, and they like give it the side eye. And I was like, I didn't stop some of them because they just kept walking, but I was like, give them space.
Yeah.
It came in on a trailer Thursday. It came in on a trailer Thursday, and I was like,
Friday.
At
I was like,
noontime. They got there late.
That's not a lemon scar, and it was.
Yeah.
Friday at noon.
They've got a lot to learn, but they're very open-minded and tried to figure it all out.
Great attitude.
Yep, I took one of them out. The one one who seemed to wanted to go out the most, and didn't have experience at that track, so I took him out for a session. He thought that was great.
Like the greatest.
Yep.
Yes.
And then we did a track walk Friday night with everybody, and it's 2.5 miles around, so it takes a little longer than like when we did
5,000 feet.
Well, and up hills, and it was long.
Yeah.
Between turn 3 and turn 4 was like doing the Boston Marathon.
It was long.
It is. It's like a 3,000 foot straightaway. Yeah.
It's long enough. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she said.
And when you're walking, it feels very long.
Yep.
Good. So we did Friday. Had pork burgers
and beverages, and get ready for
Saturday.
And Mental, you started us off Saturday.
We went through tech.
Yes.
Oh, went through tech and BS. Yeah, there's that. So
the tech line was
so
great.
long.
The BS line?
Oh, yes.
Terrible.
Yeah. They kept it all in one line, and they were all 3 judges working on each car. And while they had several tech people that had gotten at some point like 10 cars ahead of.
Oh yeah,
BS.
they were like Corey would come
done.
over and hang out in our paddock and drink water and catch up because he's like, I got time.
Yeah. So when we did our little song and dance, and we were looking.
Hang on a second, because I have something for this.
Okay, great.
And here was our song and dance. Now this is a Saturday night.
Oh wait, isn't this going to get?
No audio, but okay.
No audio on purpose.
Yeah, good.
And also a hint of how Chrissy makes friends in Colorado.
Yep, all the friends.
Yeah. So we did our little song and dance at the end of the day and chatted with the judges a bit. Everything went over well, and we happened to notice we didn't see a whole lot of really, significant themes. There were some, but not a lot.
Mostly just people like standing around dressed up in a costume or something.
There were good themes. There were a lot of folks that, Dad Bod Car Mod, their name is their theme. So they're all walking around in jorts and New Balances. You had the Mario guys, that awesome blazer.
I always theme hard.
Yeah. So there were, what I do enjoy about this community, or this Lemons part of the community, is they will theme, even if they're not performing, they'll put on the costumes and they'll walk around like that.
Yep.
But not a lot of people leaning into it.
Not a lot of people, they're doing it because they enjoy theming, not because they're trying to win, kind of a deal, which we weren't not trying to win.
We weren't trying to win until we were trying to win.
Yes. That's an excellent phrase there.
And that's what I was getting at, is once we saw what the competition was or was not, we said, oh,
all right.
I guess
you folks have never met
I
the
guess we got to step this up a little bit.
You? Like there are themes that we have done that cannot be put on YouTube. We can get canceled for some of these.
Mm-hmm.
So, Saturday. So, as I had arrived just before 6 a.m., got my RV set up, got about 4.5 hours of sleep, and was operating entirely on caffeine and altitude sickness. I was in bed like 10 Friday night. Now, and got up, and we've talked about this before. This L3 Pedal Mafia does things. Got up, breakfast is already being made. There's coffee, that sort of stuff. And I went to, before we got in the race car, went to go do the dishes. And all of these young kids, these young BMW techs with the what was their team name? Decent team name like Mist Ape. I don't remember what it was, but the Garage Hero mentorees. These are all 20-something-year-old kids. So I knock on their RV because they had running water, and I go on there to do the dishes. And all of these kids are like, how do you guys do this? What? Tim was up till 2 a.m, and you guys are all awake. And Tim, by the way, was up before I was, reorganizing the paddock. And you guys are going to go race? I don't want to get out of bed right now.
Yeah.
Clearly, you've never met the saddle.
6 a.m. I cannot sleep past 6 a.m. Doesn't matter what time I go to bed. At a racetrack, I'm up at 6.
So, yeah. So we get ready. They strap me into the car. Off we go. And as predicted, the Mazda 3 was just such the perfect choice for this track. It loved the track. The track loved it back. Quite a few people taken by surprise because they, a lot of them expected to motor the 3 down the long straightaway, and then they'd look in the mirror and be like, "Oh, you're okay. You're still there. Yeah, all right. That's unfortunate." And then a few vehicles actually could motor the 3 down the straightaway, but they couldn't take turn 4 like the Mazda could. And I'd be like, "Oh, hi, it's me again," and I am having just a great time until I wasn't. And after about 45 minutes in the car, out of nowhere, I am hit with a wave of nausea. And I call the radio and I call Chris. I'm like, "Hey, is anybody suited up by any chance?"
No, that's not how that went.
We really
said,
couldn't hear you at all. We hear.
Yeah.
Oh,
He did do that, but that's not how it went down.
Right.
we're coming in.
I heard Chris say, "What's up?" And I'm like, "I got to get out of this car."
Oh, that's what we heard.
That's
That's
what we
all.
heard.
That's all we heard. Yes.
And Chris goes, "Come on in." So very nice, not judgmental at all. I felt terrible, but yeah. And I came in, and then I just sat there. I was not dehydrated because I got out of the car and immediately went to the bathroom. I had to go pee, and it was fine. So yeah, I think I just did not eat enough and was out there trying to do physical exertion, and my
Altitude.
my stomach. Well, it's not that much of an altitude change for me. So.
Okay, then I got in. I was
Like a champ. Jumped right in.
Yeah, I suited up. I was like thinking about it, but I wasn't ready, obviously. So I jumped in. Yep, went out. Had a fine time. Yeah, it was fine. I'm not as fast as I can be, but first time out on a new track. Well, we'll get there. So yeah, I was pretty uneventful. Was out for 2 hours, then put Tim in.
My stint was not uneventful. I was having a hell of a good time in the race car and passing a bunch of cars, learning the field, like pointing by the faster cars and trying to figure out, like, all right, well, so for the listeners, this is the second race I've driven a front wheel drive car ever.
The same
and the last time was at same car at VIR, and it was 9,000 degrees. So
and all of the humidity.
Well, it was awful. That was so brutal. But so I'm like, all right, well, let's see if I can like figure out. I'm thinking about all the the quotes that people say about what are the differences between driving a rear wheel drive and a front wheel drive car. So I'm thinking about that. I'm trying to learn the track. Haven't driven the track yet, right? Get in the car. I've sat right seat a couple times, but now I'm like, all right, now I've got to put my feet into play. And I was going out and I was having a great time. Found a couple of cars that were kind of similar speed to me and followed them and learned some of their lines. And then about an hour and 10 minutes into my stint, I go around turn 2 and I hear a giant clunk out of the driver rear side. And I was like, oh, that's not good. And like, luckily it's only like a, 50, 60 mile an hour turn at the most. Right. And it sounds like clunk. But now you're about to make another right-hand turn and then go 100+ miles an hour into a hard braking zone for a 90 mile an hour right-hander. So I was like, I'm gonna go pretty easy on this and see what happens. So I kind of like ease my way through it, and then I go into the next right-hander, and for every right-hand turn that I made, the back end of the car started to have its own steering system that I didn't have controls for. So I consistently slowed down more and more and more and more, and I was like, I just had to get this thing into the paddock immediately. So like came around turn 10, I got my fist out the window already. I'm like, I'm coming in, everybody, get out of my way.
And you called it in. You're like, I just heard a massive clunk and the rear of the car feels weird. And Chris immediately just, yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah.
At least
which is the
one
only
of a few
time-
things.
Foreshadowing, which is the only time anyone listened to any of their fellow racers all weekend.
Oh, we
long.
listened to all three of ourselves. Just you, we were tuning out.
No, I definitely made calls. I was on E, and no one was listening to me either. So
too.
We were
yes, why don't we
terrible on
have
the radio.
Yep, we absolutely were.
Terrible on the radio.
Yep, I
We're used to
talked.
having 3 cars with radios and people always listening.
Now we don't have
and
anybody
this
to
time
talk
it's
to.
just us. We don't have anybody
Yeah.
to talk to, so oh well.
No,
Yeah, pretty
it's a
much.
lonely time out there.
Yep, it's
Yeah,
true.
We have to go back to
So I-
reading erotic literature on the radio then.
That's what I wanted. I had the longest yellow ever, and I was like, "Hello, who is there? No one is here."
Nope.
So
Anyway.
We were waving
I
at you because Chris and I were on the back of the RV watching
I,
the.
I was waving.
Yeah, we waved
Yep.
back.
I know, and then I was like, "Hi, do you want to talk to me? Because we need to do a driver change."
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So bad.
So you pull the car in, and I'll
Put it-
steal this
Put it
story.
in the air, and
And
then
Chris immediately goes exactly where the problem is because he knows what the problem is.
Grab the left rear wheel. It goes tonk 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 tonk. I'm like, okay, well there we go. Well, let's put it up in the air and get the wheel off and let it cool off. So we did.
We took that as a perfect opportunity to go do a Halloween meets gasoline level performance for the judges, which got Chris
Luckily,
and me
Chris-
arrested by a state trooper.
Yep.
luckily Chris
Shoved
had
in
a
the back
spare.
of the car.
Yep. Yep.
Not
Yeah,
not
luckily.
only did Venzel get
There was
arrested,
no luck
Jeff
involved in
Jeff
that.
got arrested
That was
too.
planning. That was planning ahead. Chris knew
That's
that
fair.
that's a failure point in that car. That's why he already had the ARP studs in that bearing. It was ready to go. Once it cooled off, I think it took him 15 minutes.
Yeah. Didn't take that long.
It would have been quicker if you had the caliper disconnected already. That was
Yeah.
the extra step. Like you had to get the slider
I'm-
pins out.
I was trying to do it without taking the caliper totally apart and just kind of jammed the caliper back on the road when I was done and
Didn't want to do it.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, lesson learned.
Yeah.
But
It's a
we
good try.
were taking our
Also,
time.
then
If
I
we wanted
don't
to
have-
do it quickly, we could have had the car
Didn't
back
care.
out in 10 minutes using welding gloves and everything, but
Yeah.
meh.
This is casual racing with friends. It also reminded me that I need to put a T45 Torx bit in my race toolbox because that is what's required to remove those rear hubs. So we borrowed that from Tom.
Thanks, Tom.
Yep. As usual, he's at the West Coast version of the Magic Trailer or the Rocky Mountain version of the Magic Trailer. Tom's got everything in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. And he's just a helpful guy. So yeah, put that back on. Everything's fine. Go out in my shift. Had a great time. Getting faster a little bit. Still not keeping up with Timmy, but getting faster.
Fucking Timmy.
And yeah, having a good time. Feeling good. The car feels great. You know, it is running a little on the warm side, but that's, it was a hot day and the air's
Well, it's
thin.
altitude.
Yep.
Altitude, yeah.
Yep. It wasn't too much warmer than it would run in hot races in the East Coast, maybe just a couple of degrees in the oil temperature. But okay, fine. It was all within the range of normalcy, and the factory temperature gauge never moved. That's our oh no point, is if the factory temperature gauge moves at all, that you immediately stop. Yeah. But felt great. I went till I was out of gas, and then we filled it up and put and then next Mental went back in. Yeah. Mental and Tim split the last 2 hours because they both got shorter shifts. So yeah.
So one of the things Chris has is an iPad in the Mazda 3, and it's got the predictive lap timing, which is really good because one of the things that I needed to know is if the old line into turn 2 was still applicable because they resurfaced the track. And the feedback immediately on that told me, no, you go back to a traditional outside, inside, outside on turn 2. So swing out almost to the edge of the track, one steering input, bring it in, launches you into turn 3. It's great feedback. And you can use that as an overall predictive of how the entire lap's going, because it will give you green and red according to the fastest lap on the index. Now, there's a problem with this if you're racing with, I don't know, Timmy, because when I got into the car on Saturday morning, the index lap was 2 seconds faster than anything I had ever done. So it just sat there and was red the entire time. And then
Welcome to my world.
But you can see how
Welcome to
red it
my
is.
world.
That gives you numbers.
Yeah, how red it is. So then I get back into the car in the afternoon and I look over at the new index lap, which is even 2 seconds faster than the previous one. And it's just fucking Tim Burr. Oh, that guy. So
I
anyway.
like to go fast.
I got there. Now, the best part is I did get my personal best up to Timmy's best the day prior. Nowhere near what he did on Saturday, but I got up there. And again, it was one of those things, had a great time. Overall, there were maybe on Saturday 4 or 5 cars that could outrun it. Now, there were several out there that I just never saw because we were running similar times. But yeah, the car just couldn't do it. Pulled it in because we'd filled it all up, handed it off to Timmy, and off Timmy went to set a new faster lap time.
No, I didn't actually in the afternoon on Saturday. Saturday I did similar times. It was I was kind of a little bit skeptical of things, and I was trying. So the thing for me with the Mazda,
You did a 217.5 in your
Yeah, but it
last
is-
8 laps.
yeah, but I did 216 on my first one. So
Here.
the difference in the Mazda is it's the only car that I regularly drive that has ABS. So
Same.
I'm very, very skeptical of getting close to the limit, because the last thing I want to do is flat spot a tire and then like make it a problem for the whole weekend. So when I rode on Friday on test day with Chris, like he was hammering the brakes. It's like throw you into the windshield, like hammer the brakes. And I'm like, I can't get myself to do it. Like, especially going down the hill into 6, like the whole weekend, I was trying to brake later and harder the whole weekend. So I spent a lot of Saturday afternoon spending time trying to figure out the brake system and experimenting with how hard can you hit it, how soon can you hit it, like where's the brake point.
And the answer is you can hit it as hard as you want, as late as you want.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah, but I was not confident in that at all. So I spent a lot of time like kind of doing developmental stuff at the end of the day on Saturday, which was great. I mean, I enjoy that aspect of the driving experience, like learning what the car can do and trying to like modify your driving style to accommodate that. That was kind of fun. So
One thing we forgot Friday night when we did our once over, we found the left rear caliper was hanging up a bit. So
yeah.
Tim took it apart, disassembled it to a point and re-lubed the sliders and the mating surfaces and whatnot, so that and then it seemed fine after that. Foreshadowing for Sunday. Okay.
So
All right, so Saturday night
night.
was potluck, and Chrissy got us lots of beer. We brought 22 cases of various Coors products to the track. For reference,
Of pounders, not 12 ounces.
Yeah, a
Big
lot of it
boys.
was pounders. Same with
Big
Pilsner.
boys.
Yep,
Yeah.
it was Banquets, Pilsner Urquells,
Why is it that bad?
Blue Moons. He wants me to talk louder is what
I
it
don't want you
is.
to talk louder. Just you're kind of pulling back, and
Yep.
your microphone's very directional.
I'm
Sorry.
almost eating the microphone.
I know.
I didn't
From
think it
Date Not
sounded
Ice
bad.
Cream.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, Blue Moons, some seltzers, just tons and tons of beer.
Shandy. Yeah.
All of the beer.
And we filled up the body size cooler we have. This is like the biggest cooler you can buy. It's huge. And that was like maybe half, not even half. And that was full. So we filled that up at noon. It was cold. That was our contribution to the potluck. And at first people were like hesitant. They're like, we're like, free beer. Come on.
They were convinced we were trying to sell them a timeshare or something.
Yeah, they're not used to it yet. So then Tim took it upon himself to be a little more animated in the selling of the beer as I was like finishing up the car and stuff. So, Tim, how'd that go for you?
It went really well. We got rid of so much beer, and so I was like, "Hey, you guy with the kid on his shoulder, get like you have an empty hand. You look like you
you're
need
like
a beer."
the barker at the
You're
boardwalk.
driving. You should drink a drive. Get a beer.
Yeah.
So setting the scene.
Totally.
We talked about this last week. High Plains is highly geographically isolated. You know, it is gorgeous looking up at the sky at night while you're out there because there's just nothing there. And there's one row of carports. That's it. And so the potluck, everyone just sets up in front of that row of carports and everyone comes over. And there were some fantastic contributions to this potluck.
Really good food. Really good food.
One team literally put a hot dog cart on top of like an industrial, like a small yard piece of moving equipment, and we're driving it through, giving people hot dogs. There were some guys that had like a whole gas station hot dog setup. They were making sliders. There was, all kinds of desserts. There was a group of guys that made like 200 little tiny street tacos and had that all set up. So even if you're not in the carports, this is where you bring your food. So it's this mobile kind of almost state fair, try all of the food thing, Chris.
Let's not forget the SpaghettiOs fountain.
That's where I was going.
Yes.
So 2 down from us was no kidding, like a chocolate fountain, except SpaghettiOs. Now no one ate
and Dino Nuggets.
They did have
that's
the
not
Dino
true.
Nuggets.
People were dipping your Dino Nuggets into the SpaghettiOs. That I didn't have it, but that's what everybody said they were doing. Okay.
No.
You were too busy selling beer. That's what happened.
And
Giving away
Malort.
beer. And
golden showers.
There was wood-fired pizza was down the end.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God. Yes. Such like
missed
I
the
was
pizza.
full.
Really?
It was far away.
it was far away. It's down
They
by
were
judging.
they were past judging.
Yeah.
It used to be
It was
across from
it was
judging.
past the bathroom trailers. Is where
Yeah,
I
that's
was
why.
working. I was working.
You were working.
you're working it. Working it.
But it's great because everyone comes by and hangs out. A lot of the track workers come by because they know there's great food. Everyone is it's just this wonderful, very lemons, very Colorado, very friendly.
Beer.
Everyone just loves everybody, kind of a jam. And it's a wonderful time. They get the dogs, you got the kids. We're having a great time. Now, if you dig through our social medias, there is the years ago, Chrissy and I tried Malort at this exact same event, at this exact same spot, really. We were like across from where we were set up. And you see us both just suffering, and we keep suffering because that's what Malort does. It just keeps tasting bad for so long. And we were given what is known as a Chicago handshake, and that is a shot of Malort followed by an old style. And then our buddies at Moose Schlong Racing up in Canada, they invented one called the Toronto handshake, and it's a Canadian beer and a shot of Malort. So Timmy and I had invented a Colorado version of this that we called the Golden Shower.
I'm pretty sure I came up with the golden part because we were trying to come up with what is, since
yes.
all of the beer that we had was coming from Golden, that's where it started.
And and he's like, the Golden handshake. I'm like, we need to find a way to make it a shower. And Tim then you have to shotgun it.
And it's a pounder. That's like not, people were not happy about that.
This is
great.
the miracle of Timmy. Complete strangers are walking by and Timmy goes, "Would you like a golden shower?" And they turn and go, "Yeah, okay." Why not?
Yeah. And if they looked at me weird, I was like, do you want a shot of Malort? You got to try. Have you had Malort? And they were like, "No, we haven't." I said, "Do you want the full setup?"
And most of them said yes. Yes.
Yeah, who doesn't want the full setup? If you're presented with do you want the shot, just the shot, or do you want the full setup? I want what's the full setup? Well, let me tell you, here it is.
So this guy manages to give away a bottle and a half of Malort, shot by shot. And there were plenty of people like, "Oh, do you want a shot of Malort?" "No, it's awful." "Well, then do you want the full setup?" "Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. It's
but
fine."
there were some people that walked by that just said, "Sure." Like,
and
then we said, "Have you had it?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, What? Why? Why would you do this?
Yeah.
There's a UPS themed team there. They've got an El Caminoized BMW, and one of the drivers, I wish I could remember her name. His mom comes, and she is a doll, just a sweetheart. And I met her years ago when I was judging this race, and she was walking through the grid on Saturday morning, just walking to drivers. If you had enough water, sweetie, do you need some water? And she had like bottles of water. She's just giving them to people. And then that night, she's walking around handing out cookies. She's just an absolute wonderful person. And she comes by, and Tim's like, "Would you like a shot of Malort?" And she's like, "No, I really don't. It's not very good." And not only does he
Yes, you
convince her to
do. Yes, you do.
He gets her to do two of them. He gets her to do 2 shots of Malort. She catches me the next morning in front of the bathrooms and says, "For the uninitiated, just so you know, Malort does not get any better." I'm like, "Yeah, I know that. And so did you."
Correct. Corey's back. Hi, Corey.
And he still managed to convince her to do that. And she smiled and drank them both. But yeah.
Yeah. I did have a couple of people, this is a little like prequel into what's happening. When we were handing beers out at the finish line, they came up. I was like, "Beer?" Oh, I recognized it. I was like, "Oh, beer, beer, beer." And he's like, "No, no, no, no."
Oh, no.
So did we explain by the way, a golden shower is a shot of Malort and you have to shotgun. So we had a pair of scissors. So he would pour them a shot of Malort, put it in their hand, and then I would sit there with a pair of scissors, puncture the beer, have them put their thumb over it so they could immediately shotgun a pounder of Coors Banquet. I smelled like a bar at the end of the night because I sprayed so much beer all over me.
And then there were so many people that were like, drink half, and they'd stop and they were trying to like balance it because they were like, "I'm so full of air and bubbles and like, yeah."
And
Shotgunning
wormwood
them.
poison.
That too. But yeah, the potluck was amazing. It was amazing, but once it died, it was gone. Like we were out. I'm like, we were the last people up and just still kind of hanging
Standard.
around. And well, yeah, but it wasn't. It was 11:30. Like it wasn't, or maybe even not that late. It wasn't like 2 a.m., which we've done. So, yeah,
We've done sunrise.
sure. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was Saturday. Right?
That was it.
Did
That
we
was
do
a
everything?
wonderful, wonderful time.
Yeah. Okay.
That was
Sunday.
everything.
Sunday. What did we do?
So Sunday,
It was cold.
They made me go first.
It was
It
wind.
was. It was
super
cloudy.
windy.
It was cloudy and windy.
Super windy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we made
I
you go
got up.
first.
I got up. The race
6
starts at
a.m.
9.
Again.
Yeah, I got up at 6 a.m. again. And I got up at, the race goes green at 9. I was fully suited at like 5 minutes to 8.
Yeah. And I was like,
'Cause
you're
I was
early.
cold. I
Yeah,
was
you
like,
had
I'm
your
cold.
head
I'm like,
sock on. Like you were
gloves,
Yep.
head sock. I was like, I'm cold.
Yeah. I think I put the onesie back on because it was just cold.
Tim forgot
Yeah, it
that
was
the
just
car has a heater.
overcast.
It does have a heater.
I did. Damn
Yeah.
it.
I told you. I told you as you got in the car.
I know.
We told you the story
I
on
know.
Saturday about how I heated Chris out at New Hampshire. Chrissy.
Have you
at New
met me?
Hampshire.
Really? Right. You should have like, "Hey Tim, by the way," on
We
the
could have said
radio,
that.
Oh,
yes.
whoa. That's talking on the radio. We already established.
While
we
you're
weren't doing-
while you're
we weren't
shivering
doing
going
that
down the
this
front
week.
straight.
We're not good at that. We're not good at
No, we were
radios.
terrible at that.
And
Yeah,
you,
so I
we
get
did
in
have the
line.
speaker set up to play "What Is Love" repeatedly, but the amp finally gave up the ghost.
That amp is
Yeah,
so
it-
old.
Yeah,
It's
It
actually
blew out the
from, like,
first channel Friday and then gave up the ghost on Sunday.
it died a
amp is
Viking
from-
funeral. Proper
it's
way
from
for that
the
amp to
boat.
go.
That's how old that amp is.
Oh, really?
From the boat?
Yeah.
I'm on a boat.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what it was originally set up for, with some crappy speakers and a crappy amp to play I'm in a boat while we would water ski in 2011. It's been around, and it finally is like,
So-
no, I'm good.
So back to HMG. for a
Well,
minute.
we're not even done
I'm
with
gonna-
Sunday.
I'm gonna back up to Saturday.
Ah.
So we're Mental's in the car to start Saturday, and we're standing right outside of right outside of where they're staging people and doing dick check. and we got the music going, and the head bob's going, and everything else. And John's there doing video, and then Mental
He's
comes
also
by
his
in the car.
head is also bobbing. Yes.
Yes. And Mental comes by in the car with his helmet on. And he goes there, and you see the head bop in that with the radio playing in the car. And John got the whole thing on video. It's going to be amazing. I hope
Caught people in the crowd. Caught him bobbing the head. I gave him a point.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Definitely. Definitely. So yeah. So son, that was.
And then we
but back
kept
to Sunday.
playing like all Saturday night, all the potluck. We just kept playing it most of the time.
Yes.
And people would be walking by, and then they just start bobbing their heads.
Yeah. Right. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I had to ice on it yesterday because it was hurting.
I had to work with Jessica Beaching, the myofascial, and I told her as soon as I said, so our theme was this, and she's like, so your neck hurts. I'm like, yes, my neck hurts.
Yeah. All of it.
Just one side.
Both. Both, because this one's contracting while this one's stretched. So it's both.
It's off balance.
It's both. All right. So Tim got in.
So I got in on Sunday, and went out, and it was great. I mean, it was cold. Like, I was very conscious of brakes are cold, tires are cold, don't do anything stupid. Brakes are cold, tires are cold, don't do anything stupid, right? So I did like 3 laps before I ever even pushed it. And then got into traffic with a couple of the fast cars, and like I was like, oh, like that's an interesting entry into that turn. So I got to do a couple of pretty quick laps in the car, just following folks, right? So like, highly recommend, if you are in a car where you feel like I feel like I can go quicker in this car, but I don't know how to do it. Like, wait for somebody that's fast and just fall in behind them and see what they're doing. Right.
Until they walk away from you, and then you cannot follow them any longer.
And that's possible.
Sometimes they don't walk away.
True.
Sometimes you learn enough to go, thanks for
That's
asking.
a driver.
And then you go like this. You go, oh, nope. Oh, here I am again. Hi, how are you? So it was super fun. I had a great time. Car's awesome. The track is great. Like, definitely want to do that track again ASAP. Super fun.
September, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Then I got in, and yeah, it was fine. Little bit faster. Started caring a little bit more about times, trying different corners, different places that I shouldn't be lifting, that I should be flat out, and I'm not. Until I came up with the BMW, our friend car, BMW, and then there's another car behind it. And both of them, like, kind of felt like I was holding them up. And I know that the BMW is faster than it's faster than me. It's faster than me. Okay. So, and if you're going for a couple laps, and I didn't know who was driving, so I wasn't sure if they were just trying to be polite, and they're saying, well, the Mazda's in front of me, I don't want to try to pass them. Like, I didn't know. So I finally said, you know what? I want to run my race. I'm going to point you by. So we're up the hill in 7, and there's a hairpin, and then you go down, and then you start going down the hill. So I go slow in the hairpin and point them in the middle, because I figured they could they're already in the apex, just keep going and straight through. So I come out of that hairpin. I do not see any yellows. And there is a flag station right in front of you as soon as you come out of this hairpin, and it's yellow. And I have just pointed my friends through on a yellow. And of course, they don't see it because I'm blocking the yellow, and she's trying to make this Vicky. I find out later, she's trying to make the pass. So she goes ahead, and she is now passing me under yellow. And so we continue to race, and we figure out that something was wrong down the hill, and then we come around, and I'm still right behind them because we slowed down for whatever car was there, and then we kept coming around, and I was still close to them. So the next black flag station, they throw her number, and so I get on the radio right away and say, "This is my fault. She is coming in. There is a yellow flag. She's passing under yellow."
Hey, you don't have to take a point by.
Sure, but she didn't see the yellow. So what, Tim?
So I'd like to rewind for a second. to go back to Saturday and talk about the newbie team had to understand like the repercussions of what a black flag is.
Oh,
And if you get a black flag, you get to wear the unicorn horn.
We will punish you in a way that is humiliating.
Yeah.
That's proven effective for us.
It absolutely has.
So we told them about that, and they were all pretty terrified about having to do that, especially Saturday night at the
unicorn is a wearable marital aid.
It was effective. We'll put it that way.
It still is effective. Goodness, it still is effective.
Chrissy was upset that no one got to wear the marital aid on Saturday, and then
I wasn't upset.
She pointed our Garage Heroes friend by to earn that black flag, and then immediately called it in to say, hey, can you go to the judges and let them know, just in case they didn't see that she passed under yellow, that she passed under yellow with my point by... No, that's not true. You were actually very gracious.
None of that is true. I would never... Gracious. I would have, like, I only had a couple yellows my whole stint, so, like, I didn't know it was there. And, of course, Vicky says later that I guess she kind of thought that I did it on purpose. And I'm like, I would never, ever do that.
Friend.
Right? I was literally...
You come up with a way better way to screw over your friends. That's just unimaginative.
I was literally trying to just let you by so you could run your race and, like, I could run my race. And so it was just bad timing. And I was very sorry. I got on the radio. I sent the guys over and said, she did pass under yellow. That is correct. But I made that happen. So... And that was their first and only black flag of the weekend. So it's like, not that we would have gone any, any lighter or heavier on their penalty, but I still felt very bad about it. So I did screw my friend. That's exactly.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yep.
Take that.
Like I could have timed it. Like if I didn't know the yellow was there, she didn't know the yellow was there. So anyway, that happened. And then I got out, and then Mentor got in.
I did. So exactly what Tim said. At this point, we know how it's going to go. We're having a great time. So I'm settling in. I'm reacquainting myself with the Mazda, and I am also overcoming my habit of threshold braking, because you just stomp on the brake pedal, and it goes. And I'm working on being smoother. And I looked out at the predictive lap timer, and there's a effing 214 on it from Timmy. So. Okay, well, that thing's useless. So I'm just settling in, and I'm actually doing the same thing. Like a car come through here, and I'm like, oh, that's a new line. Okay, and as I come out of it, I picked up a couple miles an hour. Oh, that's a different way to go in. No, clearly that is wrong. We will not be doing that again. So we did that. And this is always the thing Sunday. So a lot of people are going faster, but there's a lot of people that are going faster that have not tangled with the 3, and particularly where the 3 just absolutely owned everyone was at the end of that 3,000 foot straightaway. You go into 4, you are 110 down this straightaway. You breathe on the brakes at the 1.5, 2 marker, drop it into 4th and mat it and send it sailing into that corner. And there's just a lot of folks not expecting you to do that. And I had one guy, he had more motor than me, so he got around me going down the straightaway, then jumps in front of me and jumps on the brakes way too hard because their car can't do this. And I almost rear end him, come around as we go into 4, and I go into 4 as fast, if not faster, roll up alongside of them, which they're not expecting, going into 5, which goes downhill into 6. And they, even though we are side by side, they do not see me there. And I have to get on the binders as they're trying to take my nose off, and they got a flash of the headlights for that one. And they're like, oh, sorry. They look up in the mirror, didn't see you there. And, so that happened just a couple of times because we were picking up speed on that one. And the number 4 BMW, the 318 Ti, that was themed as Glenn, the track manager, I managed to reel them in and watched a couple of the ways they were going through the line. They were also managing for fuel because they were trying to stretch out their stops. So they had backed off a little bit, and I found some really good fast lines going through there. And ultimately he ended up pointing me by, because he's like, oh, I guess I'm holding you up. So, good props to them. The first time he pointed me by, I waved it off because I was still picking up some tricks. And then the second one, I, go around there and just driving down as I go sail across the start finish line. I looked down and I did manage to get a 2:14, but it still wasn't as fast as Timmy's. And then I spent the remainder of that session cursing Timmy's name. And then ran her till the light came on, and saw the 3 p.m. flag, and off we went, and we threw in the master.
The good news is 214 is not as fast as that car can do. Like there's
if you and I break like Chris,
there's quite a bit more in it.
It's probably a 210.
I did not get to a 214. Shortly after I got in the car, I was, getting back up to speed. And then I come into one corner and the brakes do not do their party trick.
Oh, that would be unsettling.
Oh, it was extremely unsettling because I was coming into turn 8 hot on the inside of somebody because, great, I could come right up to the edge and boop, put the brakes in, go right down the corner, it's fine. But no, they weren't really there.
8's to hairpin, by the way.
Yeah, I was pushing on them quite hard, and it was not doing anything that it should have. And then all of a sudden it bit again. I'm like, oh, that was weird. Okay. And so I backed off a little bit and I eased my way back into it and it seemed okay. And then it did it again and again. And it was just super inconsistent. So I no longer had the party trick of the car, and I knew these are inconsistent and it's the end of the day. And I'm like, well, we're going through the brake system when I get home. That's for sure.
I'm guessing the pads are about like this.
Pads are pretty thin, but ultimately it was that left rear caliper locking up again. I found it when I went to put the car in the trailer, and I could hear this dragging, trying to get up on the trailer. So that caliper got hung up again, which means I had inconsistent brake application and I had some fade going on in like one corner. It's screwing the ABS all up because of the way things are going. So it's
well, especially you're braking hard for a left-hander and your inside left brake is not working. It's gonna want to send the car the opposite direction.
Yeah, it was disconcerting. So I slowed down, notably, because I was doing a little pump before the brakes coming up as I was lifting a couple seconds early, just because I needed to make sure it was gonna work.
I'm 90% sure the brakes are there, but we're just gonna make sure.
Yeah, that 90%. They never failed, but they were not confidence inspiring. So I finished up the day. It was fine. By the end of it, I was able to go through turn 3 flat, which was a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
Felt good about that.
Mm-hmm.
There's just too many points in that track where you just have to go, I can do it. Like logic over heart.
3 and 7.
And it does it.
Yep.
I felt like 4, 5
as well.
That whole complex, like 4. I found a lot of time coming into 4.
Yep.
Where it wasn't like threshold braking. It was like a drag, like a slow drag, and it's like, how much can this car turn without sliding off into Never Never Land?
I always felt immensely confident in 4. I love that car in 4.
I've got more fine in 4, that's for sure. So
I braked harder going into 5 than I did into 4.
Oh, absolutely.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just breathe on them in 4, and I get hard on in 5 because you're coming downhill, losing all your grip.
And eventually in 5, I was just leaving in 4th and carrying that all the way down to 6.
If I had the whole track.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, was that your stint or?
Yeah, that was it. End of the day,
so
it was nice.
While Chris is out there, Chrissy, Tim and I refill the cooler with so much more beer, load it up on the handcart, and carry it to the finish line, where for some reason people are still convinced some people are still convinced we're trying to sell this. We're like, no, here, take this. Oh, I can have a beer? Take 2. Oh, thank you so much. So if we hadn't made friends with you by then, we were friends with you now.
Yeah.
And then brought it to awards and did the same thing at awards.
Except at awards, people were actively You guys got any more beers? We might. Nope, we're not even close to out here.
Yeah.
We got rid of most by the end, though.
I think we were down to like 12.
We brought home
various orphans.
four cases of Coors Pounders.
Well, we added 2 cases on the fly from
Late.
pit out to awards. So then we were like, don't take that one, it's a little warm. And so some people were like, I don't care. Free beer, it's warm, it's fine. But yes, we added late.
So I think the target for next time. Well, next time is gonna be a 24. You can't do the same thing. So, but next June's race, I think 20 cases is our target, which is 2 more than we went through this time. That's about right.
And how many bottles of Malort?
That's
None.
up to other
No.
up to other people. No,
Judging.
no.
What?
Nope.
But that was actually also a great walk because we had the music going and we had to go back past the row of garages, rearm the cooler. But as we're passing people that are getting their cars ready, everyone's, oh, great race. Oh, you need a beer. Oh, clearly your hand is broken. So we were giving out a lot of beer on the fly. And of course, we've got the song on repeat in everybody's head. Still going. We still had it.
People were enjoying it than despising us. We'll put it that way.
I'm
My
sure
favorite.
half of them are still bitching, or they're still probably cursing us in their head because it's probably still stuck in their head. Maybe not. No, we're recording on Tuesday, so hopefully
But
it's gone
on
by now.
Monday,
But
They definitely were.
by Monday they were.
So when we won, the amount of people that were clapping and got into it, I was like, wow,
It's the most rebellion. Yeah.
wow, everybody was into it. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I did not expect that.
No, I was expecting them to say, finally, we can be done with this.
Yeah, no, everybody was
Because-
they were clapping
Because
along to
after the
beat.
awards, that's what we all said. Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yep.
did not play it on the way back to the carport.
No,
No, we did.
I
Actually.
think we
Never
did.
mind.
Yeah.
I'm
I
pretty
was
sure we
talking to
did.
I
people.
remember commenting, we already won. I don't have to be playing this
That's
anymore."
correct. And then we still walked
Yeah.
back with our heads going. Absolutely, we did. Yes. And then maybe we turned it off when we were packing, but still.
Ah. So
Yeah,
Across the
that was
board.
it.
great car, great friends, great race, great environment, great track.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it was a little hot one day, a little cold the other, but other than that, it's like
It didn't rain. It wasn't
Oh.
95 degrees with a 30-mile-an-hour wind. It wasn't snowing. It wasn't raining the entire weekend one time. Chrissy and I judged, and it
Yes.
rained from green to checker, and then it would stop
That's correct.
for
Yeah.
2 days in a row.
Yeah, it did that.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a minor repair. Car drove great all weekend. Drove back into the trailer. Great. Yes.
I've ordered 2 new rear calipers, another wheel bearing hub assembly to replace that one in the spares pile.
That
That's
caliper
about
was
it.
a little crusty. I hit it with. I was like, Chrissy, you got a
Yeah.
wire brush, and she came out with the giant.
I didn't see a small wire brush. in there.
Angle grinder brush that you
Yeah.
knock
Sorry.
paint and all the things off of that, and I was like,
I know it wasn't what you were looking for, but that's all I
No.
found.
Yeah.
it was fine.
So
It worked-
new
it worked
calipers,
good enough
extra
until it
spare
didn't.
wheel bearing, and we'll put it back together. So we'll see if we break anything else, but I have spares of just about everything else. So
It's still in its spot when we pulled it in, so it needs to be.
It's awesome.
I still have it.
Chris,
I got home at 4:30 on Monday morning. I still haven't unpacked the RV.
it'll come out of the trailer this weekend, and I can do the post race and I'll probably get everything repaired for the next race and be done with it.
Yep. Also,
So should we talk about exit? Because I have an exit story.
exit.
Oh yeah,
Quick,
I heard
quick
about your
exit
story.
story. So I'm going to leave the track after awards, and I went back to the hotel with Corey, stole his shower, took a shower. Me and Judge Puddin, we hung out with Corey, had a couple of drinks. David and I had a similar boarding time of 11 p.m. for a red eye. He was going back to Philly. I was going back to Boston. He gets a notice that his flight is delayed at 7. So 2 hours prior to us leaving, he's like, so he's not going to get out until middle of the night. I'm like, my flight is on time. Go to the airport. I am at the gate 45 minutes beforehand. Those of you in flight, blah, 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 to Boston, we've had to divert the incoming plane to Salt Lake City for a maintenance issue. So they divert the plane to Salt Lake City. It was like an automatic de-icing thing, blah, blah, blah. I don't get on the airplane until almost 4 o'clock in the morning and land in Boston at 9 a.m. and then have to drive 2.5 hours back to my house on Monday morning. So I check in with Judge Puddin, and as I'm driving, and he goes, we should be boarding in like 20 minutes. He hasn't even left yet. So now Corey had a flight out the next morning, Monday morning, to go to Vegas to go to a conference and see Mental. And as Corey's going to the airport, flight delayed. And I was like, oh, this is just the worst. Like, everybody had terrible, terrible travel.
I think there is something about, I saw on the news the next day, on Monday, I think there were 70 flights in line on Sunday night. There was something going on with, I think it was a weather issue.
There was
so
weather.
I think, right. So I think it was like, they said it was like super low clouds and nothing could take off. And somebody had a picture from in their cabin of flights as far as you can see all lined up on the tarmac. So something was going on, and it happened to everybody on a very sad, inconvenient evening.
It was, I mean, it was fine because I went to bed early, Friday night and Saturday night. So
Totally.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally early, 2:30 a.m. It's all good.
Tons of sleep banked. It was totally fine.
Yep.
So,
Okay. Good. Is that it?
What's this? Safety
Yeah, are you-
thing
are
I'm
you-
seeing here?
Tim,
Do you have-
you've adjust the tip of a.
yeah, I've adjusted the tip.
It's just
Is it- a safety tip. It's not a safety tip.
It's a behavior tip.
Behavior
Behavior
tip.
This is called check yourself. So head judge Aaron Cole was walking around on Saturday, and a team
He
came
doesn't
up
know
to
which
him.
team.
Yeah,
He doesn't
with
who
the
they were.
tracks- He's got his tracksuit on. He's got like a timing chain.
Yeah, the
with
judges had an
giant-
excellent theme.
So good.
Yeah,
So good.
He's got the big giant Audi emblem on his timing chain. He's walking around, and two guys from a team that will remain forever unknown because no one paid attention cracked 2 beers and poured it on him.
And they're
Like,
like, we
didn't-
thought you would like this, and start pouring.
It didn't like shake it and spray it around on everybody. Like, it wasn't like a champagne victory shower. No, they cracked it and dumped it on him. And he's like it takes a lot to get Aaron angry. It takes a lot. So
Yeah.
don't pour beer on
I
people.
did not know that. That's awful.
Yeah,
don't
well,
pour beer on people.
I razzed him on Sunday and was like, "Where's your costume? What? You seriously don't have a costume?" This is like, I'm on Moto, and I go up to them, and he gives me this story, and I was like, "Oh, I'm very sorry." He left. He left the potluck. He was like, "I'm drenched. I smell like beer." He left and went back to the hotel because people poured beer on him. He was like, "I thought maybe it was like a bit or something," and he's like, "But no one else is covered in beer, just me." So he went home and missed the potluck because he was covered in beer. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Or
Dumb.
at least ask. Would you like this? No, I would not. I would not like that. Thank you.
Yes, please pour beer on me. What?
Yeah.
No,
I
don't
mean,
do that.
it's a quick way to get a black eye. That's for damn sure.
Well, he didn't do that, but it's still not.
Well, it's because it's Aaron.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
exactly.
Had it been
Yeah.
somebody else, like, oh,
Jeff
do you
Gates.
do you need a dentist? Yes, you do. Need
Chris
a dentist.
Overzet, Jeff Gates.
Yeah,
Let's go
yeah.
through the list of Corey.
Corey.
Don't
Yeah.
be pouring beer on big
Yeah.
people that are tired.
Or anyone.
Why is there a crescent wrench stuck in your skull? Oh, I poured beer on some guy.
Funny story.
I don't know. Freddie for who? Okay, that's enough. This is a crazy long episode. We had a crazy good time. So, yeah, it's all good.
Super fun.
It was great time.
Loved hanging out with you guys.
It was so great. And, yep, you'll probably see some pictures that we took, too, because they're available now. So, we'll have them up there.
Hey, if you were at this race and you had fun and we missed something, or you saw something cool, fun story, one of the potlucks that we missed, put it in the doodly-doo. Throw it on our socials.
Or if we did something stupid and you want to make fun of us, also put it in there because I want to see it.
If you were one of the people I flashed my headlights at and you were mad at me, I'm sorry. Put it in the comments.
No, don't. Just don't.
I won't read it, but.
All right, that's enough. See you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Thanks for downloading us. We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Everyone Racers. We also hope you will join us in the world of driving, racing, building, because everyone can be a racer, even you. If you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe. It's totally free. Then go to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. Even if you hated us, give us 5 stars and tell us why. If you have any questions or show ideas, drop us a comment on our Facebook page, Everyone Racers, or email us at everyone.racers@gmail.com. You can still text us at 484-243-0455. Find us on Instagram at everyone.racers, YouTube and Facebook under Everyone Racers, or even Reddit at /V1On. Thanks again, and until next week, keep the shiny side up, unless, like us, there is no shiny side, then just keep those wheels.
I am which was got in the